Okay. Can you hear me now? How about now? Can you hear me? Nope. Hold. Oh, that's an audio. Okay, I think that should be working. No, no. Okay, hold on. Okay, wait, can you hear me now? You can hear me now. Yes, okay. All right, hold on, let me fix one thing. Sorry, guys. I was so almost there, but this new setup was a little bit different. And I thought, oh, it's gonna be simpler. It's easier. It's actually, and it is easier, but I had a very complicated setup before, and I did not repeat that. Okay, so that looks good. Let's fix one more thing to make me look better here. That is good. Let's get that here. Hold on, almost there. Just fixing one more thing. You guys are so patient. I love each and every one of you. Now, I will start all over from the beginning. Okay. Okay, we're good. We're good? We're good. Okay. Yeah, I know it's not easy for you. Okay. We're just gonna pretend nothing happened. And we're going live in 5, 4, 3. Welcome! I'm so glad to have each and every one of you here. This is so nice. No technical difficulties whatsoever at all. I have everything set up perfectly, as you can imagine. And thank you for bearing with me. I don't know if it's nice to have a Saturday. We're doing the show on a Saturday, trying something new. Hopefully that works for you. Well, at least it works for the people that are here. I don't know if you were like me. You spent the entire week just glued to the news. You know, no updates. No update was an update. It was just kind of CNN and Fox News and NPR, my three news choices to try to balance things out, kept trying to find new ways to spin the phrase like Biden inches closer, Trump holding on. You know, it was nice. And then watching those maps change colors, that was exciting. Going from red to like pink and blue to like light blue. It was just light. It was like pink and blue. It was the worst gender reveal party I've ever been to. And then they finally revealed it. It's like, surprise, you're having an old man. Yeah, it was fun. But now we have an answer. I'm excited about having an answer. And to celebrate, I want to make a drink. And to be clear, I would have celebrated no matter who won, because congratulations to the Democrats out there. Your guys in. I feel sorry for you on the Republican side. Your guys out. But you never know. 2024 could be maybe Trump's coming back, unless they get all of his Horcruxes in the meantime. Okay, so I'm gonna make a drink. This drink is called the Heart It Races. We may have actually made this once before in the show. I can't remember. I don't take too great of notes around here, but I thought it was very fitting because it involves mezcal, which is Mexican, and I thought, well, what's the DNC's mascot? It's a donkey, it's a burro, mezcal. So that's gonna be our first ingredient. And I'm making 2 of these because Mrs. Pink Shirt Gal is having one with me. So it's gonna be 2 ounces per cocktail. So I'm gonna do 4 ounces here. And, whoop, oh, I spilled, no. And Meg Lynn, would I ever do a collab with Ryan Reynolds? You know, he keeps asking, that's 3, right? Let's throw in an extra. He keeps asking, and I don't know, he's Canadian, I don't know. Would I show him up? I'd have to like tone it down. That's what I think about. So I don't know, maybe. All right, Campari gets 3/4 ounces. So the Campari, this is kind of a nod to the Republican side of things. It's red, more of a Republican color. That's 3/4 ounce per cocktail, so 1.5 ounces total. Oh, will we have enough? We will have enough. I also have a whole extra bottle of this, so we're good. Okay, and Lillet White, because I don't know. I don't have a good one for this. I didn't think that far ahead. But 1 ounce total per drink. And a special ingredient to tie it all together. A little bit of coffee. So we're going to use whole coffee beans here. I'm going to do, I don't know, about 5 coffee beans per cocktail. Now, this we're adding to keep Joe Biden awake. Okay, I am going to mute this because I don't want to blow anyone's eardrums and speakers out. So just hold on. Oops, hold on. Let me make sure I can do this with the new setup. Cool new setup, Anthony. Works really well. Love it. Yeah. Why can't I see that? Okay, there we go. Let's... Okay, perfect. Hopefully you can still hear me now. Okay, let me know. Perfect. Where I had 2 cocktail glasses sitting right there. Strainer. We're actually going to double strain this bad boy so we don't get a bunch of little coffee bean chunks in there. I'm excited to, I'm happy that now Wolf Blitzer can go back into hibernation for the year after his, that was a big day. That was a big couple of days for him. And John King on that magic wall. Did you guys play a drinking game while watching CNN election night? We did. Every time anybody on CNN said magic wall, we took a drink. I was hammered before they called Arkansas. So, yeah, Elizabeth, agreed. It is Campari is red and bitter for the Republican side. So this is just for you guys. All right, I'm going to set one of these here, and a magical hand will whisk it away. So anyway, congratulations to the winning team. I'm very sorry to the losing team. Cheers. Oh, man. That is a great drink. It's, as my stage manager behind the scenes is now destroying things and laughing while she does it. So that's always a great sign.
Whoopsie.
When you hear it crashing, whoopsie, and then giggles.
Thanks for the cocktail.
You are welcome. Cheers.
Cheers.
All right. Meglin says I'm kind of like a cooking version of Superman. I will take it.
Open your pen.
Can you have a napkin? Yes, of course. Would you like green? Or would you like blue for Biden?
Blue.
Blue for Biden. I should have put you right on the spot. Do you want a red one or a blue one? What are you picking?
Oh,
Okay.
Blue for red, white, and blue.
Blue for red, white, and blue for America. Okay. There we go. That's a good one. Oh, dear Lord. So I've made this drink several times, and I've screwed it up a lot of times. Not just today, but this is the right amount. 2 ounces of mezcal, 3/4 ounce of Campari, and 1 ounce of Lillet White, and some coffee beans. Shake, 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 double strain, all done. Fantastic. Okay, I'm gonna put this stuff away so I can clean up. Do you guys have like big election night parties or no? Just kind of hanging out? Okay, cool. I don't know why I asked, because I can't really read too quickly. It's a little far away. I'm like, what?
What do we got going on here in the comment section? What's going on?
All right. I don't know why I keep moving this around. We're done with this for now. Oh, yeah, Jason, good suggestion. Make something with blue curacao. Yeah, that'd be good. Yeah. All right. Like a blue Hawaiian? Or would that be Obama? I don't know. Okay. What are we doing here? Oh, yeah, we're cooking. Okay. Oh, good suggestion. A White Russian. That'd be pretty funny. That would have been a good drink to have. That was 2016, I think. Okay. So we're gonna kind of mix things up here. We're doing 2 dishes just because I was in a 2-dish mood. I don't know why I did that, but we're doing dessert and dinner. I love how YouTube froze the comment and asked me to moderate it. I love White Russians. That doesn't seem on its surface to be, well, maybe actually, unless you're already thinking about drinks, maybe it is kind of weird, but okay. So the first thing we're making here is a, did everybody get their PDFs? A Torta Caprese. It's just a chocolate cake, basically, from Caprese. But it's a flourless chocolate cake. It's, I've never made this particular one. I've made similar ones, so we're just gonna do it together. Except I've measured out some of my ingredients already because I'm a superstar. And as Megalyn said, I'm basically the cooking version of Superman, who, by the way, is my least favorite superhero of all time. I don't want to get... He's so handsome. That's what? That's his big superpowers. He's so handsome. That's not an excuse. No.
It's not an excuse, but it's a bonus.
What? It's a bonus. Well, that's what you say about me. So.
I do.
What? You don't say that? We're a divided household here on whether or not Superman is a good superhero or not. Whether or not he's a good superhero. I say absolutely not.
But he can fly. How is that?
Okay, here's why he's ridiculous. Because he can fly, he can shoot lasers out of his eyes, he has cold breath, he has X-ray vision. At some point, it kind of seems like the writers just got lazy and said, well, what's the next problem he has to solve? Let's give him a power to fix that. Come on, really? You're telling me just leave some superpowers to the rest of those people. The rest of the heroes, you know? Okay, turn on your ovens, 350. Okay, Batman, Megalyn, you're a Batman fan. Okay, see, I can understand Batman. He's like a blue collar superhero. He actually works. You know, he doesn't have any powers. He wasn't, well, he was born into money, but so he's not really the, blue collar. But he's like the scrappy Joe from Scranton, of superheroes. He does stuff. He trains. Superman, lazy. Every single superpower. Oh, hey, Superman, there's a building on fire. Well, how are you going to fix it? Well, let's just let's give him cold breath, and let's have him freeze a lake, fly it over, and make it rain. Problem solved. Oh, Jimmy broke his leg while shooting the building. X-ray vision. Problem solved. Come on. Lazy writers. Superman. I mean, at least they are staying true to it's superfluous, man. Really, is what it is. I will pull it together when I want to pull it together, Lauren. I didn't know you were a Superman fan. Yeah, Bruce Wayne is... Weller, go with me on this. He's blue collar of the superheroes. I know he has a butler. I get that. I get it. But in terms of superpowerness, he had none to begin with. He came from nothing in the superpower world. Okay? Just hang on this ride. And he had to work for everything, he wasn't born with, the Silver Surfer in his mouth. That's not what I wanted to say. Takeshi Zero, welcome back. Good to see you. Batman is not, but all Batman's villains are the best. They do have some good villains in the DC world. I feel like all of DC is just villains. Maybe it's just, I don't know, Suicide Squad or something. Yeah, Superman. Okay. What are we doing here? Oh, double boiler. We're going to melt some chocolate to get this happy chocolate cake going. Very excited. Lauren's my superhero, says Elizabeth Montoya. Yes. You know what? Mine too. He's my... I mean, yay. You didn't know that you were my superhero? This is news to you? I gotta fix my relationship. She doesn't know that she's my superhero. I need to tell her more often. You can be my hero, baby. All right, so we're gonna melt some chocolate. We're just doing a double boiler here. I like how this is 0% cooking related and all just, I hate Superman. We're just gonna get a little bit of water simmering, just barely simmering, like you can't even see bubbles kind of simmering, and we're gonna just gently melt the chocolate. Can Superman do that? Huh? Can he regulate the lasers in his eyes? Could he do this? I don't think so. No. Batman could. Well, his butler could. Or he probably has a chef do it. I don't know. I need more of this drink here. Jason Chatfield says Bruce Wayne equals lame Tony Stark. Maybe. Well, but Tony Stark, though... Wait, you said Bruce Wayne is the lame Tony Stark. Or are you saying Bruce Wayne is lame Tony Stark, and then you just said it as kind of a mic drop, like Tony Stark. Like, that's the answer. Iron Man is great. I love Iron Man. He, again, has no superpowers, except his mind. What is with you and just calling out the handsome superheroes? This is what I have to deal with. Oh, he's a superhero. Oh, he's handsome. Come on.
I didn't say that about the Hulk.
Well, no one says that about the Hulk. Okay.
What's his real name? Banner?
Yeah, Bruce Banner.
Bruce Wayne and Bruce Banner?
Bruce Wayne and a Bruce Banner. Yeah, but they're in different worlds.
Oh.
Okay, we're gonna melt chocolate. Tony Stark for life. Yes, I agree with you, Jason. I'm a big fan of Tony Stark because he uses his mind. That's the real superpower, Superman. Whoops. Superman's a chump. Okay. But okay, and also I know the glasses thing has been beaten to death, but there's no point in his relationship where he got a little bit frustrated with Lois and was just like, I don't know, Lois, and kind of pulled his glasses up. He's like, yeah, sure, we can have dinner with your sister. And she was like, wait, do that again. Get him under there. Nope, no point. What kind of name is Bruce for a superhero? I agree, Jason. I should be stirring this. I don't know what I'm just too busy now. Getting angry, yeah, I know. So I've just got this on medium heat on a small burner. And I only need like an inch of water in there. How do I double boil? Great question, Elizabeth. Well, I feel like I'm double boiling right now with this whole Superman thing. And my wife now I'm finding out that my wife thinks all these superheroes are handsome. Ooh, he's a looker. Yeah, it's like we're dating in the 20s over here. Double boiler, just a little bit of water in the bottom, about an inch or so of water. Very gentle simmer. I just want to see a little bit of steam. That's it, just see it. Bowl on top. Whatever we're cooking goes in. Oh wait, did we lose the other video? Oh man, hold on. Let me add the iPhone here. Sorry guys, when I was on my just kidding technical difficulties section, I forgot to reset. Oh. Well, that's not very good. Hold on, I might burn. If you see smoking, if you see flames, let me know. Hold on. Boopity boop. Okay, I'm not on fire yet. I'm just resetting this. Good, almost there. Sorry. Okay.
I just want to point out
If I were Superman, you would have had that under control. If I were Superman, I would have had that under... You can just point that out, but no one asked you. I appreciate it, but no one asked. Lois already knows. Yeah, well, yeah. I bet in your teen years you would have been a great Spider-Man. Yeah. I mean, even now, I'd be a great Spider-Man. Little Peter Parker action going on. Psst. That's a cool trick. Messy trick. That stuff gets everywhere. How do they clean up after him? I mean, like if you were swinging around New York City, this place would be covered with little, net stuff on all the buildings, and it would just be a mess. At some point, you'd think they would say, we'll take the crime. The cleanup crews are having a really tough time getting this. Does it dissolve? I don't know. This is a great question, Lauren. Apparently, he's not handsome enough for you to pay attention to. But you didn't say he's handsome. Right. Just Peter Parker. All right, we're melting chocolate. We're double boiling here. Lois already knows. Yeah, I guess that's fine. But Lingophile, you don't think he would be frustrated with anybody else at any point in time? Or does he also have a superpower of just like ultimate patience? Wait. Yes? He is kind of patient. Yeah, maybe that's another superpower. Maybe there's a whole inner superpower. Jason says it dissolves in 3 hours. Well, what if he needs to net some criminals? Doesn't that? Okay, we're gonna let this double boil. I need to separate these eggs. Lots of important things going on here. I don't know why I have this many bowls out, but I'm a mess. All right, so we're gonna separate these. If you've never separated eggs, I do this method with the two halves. Watch Superman do this. I guess he could do it quickly. Okay, that's pretty good. Right. So if you're very confident, you can actually just pour each egg into the big bowl, but we're gonna actually separate these out just in case we get a little bit of yolk in there, and I don't want to have to then dump the entire batch. You know what I mean? Especially because I've been yakking with you guys. I'm taking a few sips of this cocktail. I don't want to screw this up, so we're gonna be a little extra careful. I'm using protection. Okay, so that goes in there. Can you see this on the other one? Yeah, kind of. All right. Dissolves in 3 hours. He said to remain calm and patient. That's part of the hand. Oh no. Okay. Oh, see, there was that could have gone into everything, and I would have had to scoop this out separately. But it's okay. We're good here. I'm gonna Tony Stark my way out of this. Use my mind. It's great. Cool. And I like Tony Stark's personality. He's fun. He's fun, funny, a little bit irreverent. He's handsome. All right, keep stirring this. The whole idea here is we don't want to like burn the chocolate by melting it directly in the pan. That's why we kind of go for this double boiling method. I actually look like Peter Parker in Into the Spider-Verse. Thank you, I think. Well, actually, maybe not. If I didn't hear my wife.
He's handsome.
Okay. So, yeah, she very after the fact said, oh, he's handsome. No, he's handsome for sure. Okay, separated. Actually printed out stuff. You can get this on my website, too, or from my newsletter. I think I made a page on my website. If you look up Pots and Pandemics on my website, you can find this stuff, too. If you're cooking with me. I don't know if you're not, fine. Just enjoy the show. Okay. What are we doing? We're melting. Oh, we're gonna, I'm gonna make, I need to whip the whites into stiff peaks. Just follow the directions, Anthony. Let's do that first. Let's whip the whites. I am gonna mute this for a second. Okay. And we're also gonna do the whites first. I know in the directions, if you're following along, it says cream the butter and sugar first and then beat the whites. Oh, you know, but they have different attachments, so it doesn't matter the order. The whole thing is you don't want to introduce any sort of fat when you're beating the whites into stiff peaks, or else the structure doesn't hold. Like there's a real good reason for it, and I can't remember what it was. But basically, anytime you introduce fat in there, the stability of the egg whites breaks down. I think you can add cream of tartar. I think that helps like the ions form and it creates a better structure. But I don't know if I have that. I didn't bother to look. We're just gonna go ahead and beat these normally. Like you would any step chow. Okay, I'm gonna mute this and hold on. By the way, you'll know when you reach stiff peaks. Actually, I'll beat them and then I'll show you. That's not a good way to end a sentence. Okay. I think I could have used a different attachment, the whisk ones, but I'm using the beaters and it might take an extra minute here. But see, this is not stiff peaks, just in case you're curious. This is not even a peak yet. You'll know because when you pull it out and turn it over, you'll be able to see like it kind of forms peaks when you pull it out that stay up. Okay, hold on. I really thought I could play it off and use the beaters to beat those egg whites, but I'm gonna get the whiskers. I think that'll be so much faster. Almost there. Okay, we're going back on mute. Okay. I'm sure Superman would have power to do this, but we're good. See, nothing's happening here. I didn't have enough room to demonstrate everything, but yeah, as you can see, they're stiff peaks. So we're just gonna set these aside for a moment. All right, what are we doing here? We're creaming the butter and sugar. That's next. Well, I need to do it in another bowl. I don't have a lot of bowls, so we're just gonna end up, why don't we just scoop this very gently. This is one of the joys of cooking in a tiny kitchen, a small kitchen, is you don't have a lot of space for extra stuff. Apartment dwellers can understand. So we're just gonna temporarily push these egg whites in here. Now, this is not ideal. I would not suggest doing it this way because we're gonna lose, you might lose a little bit of volume here by transferring them and whatever. It's not the end of the world. I'd rather do this the one time I bake a year than have to have a whole bunch of extra stuff. You hang there. Good. Eggs and sugar. So I've got, what'd I say, 120 grams of sugar, something like that. Yeah, half a cup. It's about half a cup. I won't let them give me a reason. I won't give them a reason to drop me down to level 1 lingophile. Don't worry. I'll bring it back. This is a safe space here. All right, butter, sugar. Oh, I'm gonna weigh the butter. I got demoted. It was terrible. Okay. How much butter do we need? About 150 grams. Perfect. Oh, I may need to open the second butter. So this is one reason I love using a scale. I know most of you have heard me say this a million times, but you can just easily weigh stuff instead of measuring out in cups and tablespoons. So that's 70 grams. Oh, this was supposed to be room temperature. I forgot to write that down, and I forgot. So let's just do it like this. We're gonna cut this up. This is good. Real good. It's a small chunk. So that's 70 grams. Who knows what it would be in volumetric, but we're gonna keep going. We need to double this. I know. Yeah, can't be bothered to make the effort to look at the recipe. Yeah, I know. You got me going on Superman, and that's what happens. Nobody got me going.
No, you just launched into it.
I didn't just launch into it.
Nobody asked about Superman.
People wanted to know my thoughts on Superman. Come on, guys, defend me. 130. 151. Perfect. Okay, so this is why I love using a scale. You just kind of keep going. Okay. And now I don't have to mess up any other, measuring tool. Okay. Let's do this. Sip of the cocktail. For Biden. For president. Whatever. The other one. Okay. I'm going to mute this. Welcome, Jessica. Good to have you. I'm going to go on mute just so I don't blow anybody's speakers out, but hold on for like 30 seconds to a minute. Cool? Cool. Okay, we're going off mute because I'm not going on high speed. And I was going to tell you, you could actually probably use a fork to do this or your fingers to get like the butter warmed up. I didn't use room temperature butter like I should have because I forgot to write it in the recipe, but so yeah, we're just kind of creaming this together. It's going to warm up, hopefully. Give it a minute. That's what happens when it's live TV, folks. Live stream. All right, let's speed it up a little bit here. Superman could probably do this a little faster. Get his little heat eyes in there. Zap it up. He's handsome. I know. All right. Our chocolate is sufficiently melted. It's gonna just hang tight there for a minute. Come on, yes. Yeah, there we go. You probably can't see this. I wish I had a longer cord, and I just launched a butter at my computer screen, but that's fine. I wish I had a slightly longer cord so this wouldn't be as awkward, so you could actually see down into the... All right, let's go a little faster now. It's like shout, but instead of a little bit louder now, a little bit softer now, it's just a little bit faster now. Oh, Weller, great idea. Put it over the double boiler. I like that idea. We're getting pretty close. All right, that might speed it up just a little bit. Cool. It's actually pretty well creamed together. I mean, oh, you know what? I think part of the reason I screwed this up was we already added that. Okay. I wrote the directions wrong. So if you're following along, you're probably confused right about now. That's okay. There we go. Perfect idea. I love it. Okay, now we're almost there. I think in my directions I say add the eggs one at a time, but we're just gonna go risk everything. And we're gonna add 3 all at once. I think usually I like doing that to make sure each one is fully incorporated before the next one goes in, but we're just gonna go low and slow. Take it easy here. Okay. Just until it's fully incorporated, well mixed. It'll form a nice kind of pale color. It's already looking good. Oh, thanks, Linguophile, for taking... Yes, Jessica, I'm from... You probably know me from Epicurious. The basic Teals videos, 4 levels, that kind of thing. Okay. Can anyone tell why I don't bake that often? Okay. All right, now I'm thinking we're mixing in chocolate, right? Yeah. Let's get the chocolate in there. All of it. And we haven't even gotten to the risotto yet. Oh, you know what? I should probably start... This might be a long one, so if you don't stick around for the whole thing, it's okay. I will miss you, but I just felt like doing 2 at once. I know I probably bit off more than I could chew, but we're just gonna go for it. I will, however, start heating up my my broth for the risotto. This is how I have my broth. This is turkey broth. Can you see that? Yeah. And I keep it like this. I make it and I freeze it all up. It comes in handy. You can use this with chicken, any broth you want. Freezes quite well. And then it just pops right out. And then in there. Not bad, right? Okay, let's start melting you. This is pretty well mixed.
If they don't have pre-made, should they all be doing it?
Oh, if you don't have pre-made broth, if you started buying it, if you bought it, then yeah, you could start warming yours up too now. Thank you, director, who thinks Superman's he's handsome. All right, let's. Oh, you know what? Let's butter and dust our springform pan. Did I say butter and dust? That's what we're calling it now. Just gonna butter and dust it. That sounds like a... Sounds like a football play or something. Blue 42, butter and dust. No? I don't know. I didn't play football.
You don't watch anything.
Yeah, I don't even know why I picked football as the analogy for that. Sounds like a football play. Really? Butter and dust? Are you sure? I don't know. I panicked. I just went rogue and I panicked. Somebody asked who is my favorite superhero earlier. Somebody actually asked that, Lauren. I'm not making it up. I like the X-Men, but my favorite is Gambit. I don't know, for some reason. I mean, we share a lot in common. You know, we're both ladies' men. Nothing? And a giggle. There we go. That's good. That's all I was hoping for. Okay, we'll save that butter for later. Good. Very cursory butter job, but let's hope it comes out. We're gonna fold in our chocolate butter to the mixer. Done. Oh, we need to add the flour, which I've already measured out. This is about 2 cups of almond flour. If you have almonds, you can toast them and then process them in the food processor. I'm sorry to take the shortcut here of just using almond flour, but for the sake of time, that's what I'm doing. So if you're cooking along at home, we may lose you for a few minutes while you go down that other rabbit hole making the almond flour. And I apologize for kind of tricking you in that way. It was unintentional. Believe me. Yeah, Gambit, I think is my favorite. Yeah, X-Men, I don't know. I always like Nightcrawler for a while, like when I was a little kid. Nightcrawler was my guy. For no good reason. I think he just kind of zipped around. I thought that was really cool. Ravik, hey, good to see you, man. Welcome back. Yeah, Nightcrawler. Who are you guys' favorite superheroes? Do you have any? I mean, there's only like 2,000 Marvel movies that come out each year. I'm not a DC fan, as you can tell, but at least they don't start releasing like as many movies every single year. I feel like every time Marvel's probably released another movie just since we started this live stream. And I bet it was great. I'd go see it. Thor's kind of fun. I appreciate that. The most recent, Ragnarok was fun. I like that movie. All right. Francesca, where's mom today? I don't know. I don't know if I think I told her about this. I don't know if I did. I mean, I sent it out of my newsletter, which if you're not a subscriber and you just happen to find this, you can sign up for my newsletter where I don't send it very frequently. I know I say it's a weekly, but it's not weekly, less than that. But you can hear about things like this and my stand-up shows on that. Okay, that looks pretty good. Let's fold in the egg whites, dump it in the springform pan, and then put it in there. We have a vote for the tick, Ravik. I love it. I haven't thought about the tick. That guy was great. Okay, so if you've never, well, yeah, we're gonna fold this in. Okay, the whole idea here is we want to mix it, but not break it down. Okay, because we worked so hard, to get these peaks as stiff as they are. All right, so we're gonna cut it in about 1/3. That's about it. And the whole deal here, can you see this? Yeah. All right, well, let's see if we can get both cans. We're just gonna kind of fold it in. So you can kind of like cut down the middle, boop, and then roll it over. It's a little, and it doesn't have to be perfectly mixed in too, okay? So let's cut in the 2nd, 3rd, good. Almost there. It's pretty good. I'm such a lazy baker too. Like, I could probably mix this a little bit more each time, but why? When we can get on to risotto? Ugh. Okay, that is pretty good. The thing here is you don't want to overmix it. Again, we don't want to break down all of the egg whites that we worked kind of hard to create. And I fear I've already done enough damage already. Let's put it in the oven and let's see how it goes.
For how long?
For 30 minutes, Lauren. We're going to put this in the oven for 30 minutes at 350 degrees Fahrenheit. And if you use Celsius and are a commie, then, you know, do the math. Says the guy who normally weighs things out in grams. A little bit of flattening here. Perfect. Okay, that's not bad. Let's see how this turns out. Well, or barely monthly. Yeah, I know. That's true, actually. All right, 30 minutes. Let's go. I'm going to set 25-minute timer just so we don't overdo it. And not overdoing it is why I don't send out newsletters too frequently. Let's pretend that that's the reason. And it has nothing to do with the fact that I forget or I'm lazy. Liquefied, shouldn't it be a little bit more of a homogeneous mixture? Yeah, I mean, it probably should be. Like if I were serving this to guests, I might mix it a little bit more, but I don't know, I kind of want to just live on the edge. It doesn't have to be, like it's okay if you still see some clumps of white. I don't know, this, the batter is a little bit drier than, like normally when you fold in whites, at least in my experience, batters are usually a bit more moist, so it kind of incorporates a little bit easier. This one wasn't, so we'll see how it turns out. I'm kind of combining a handful of different recipes and techniques, and I'm trying this out for the first time. So, surprise. But yes, it probably should be a little bit more. Do you guys say homogeneous or homogeneous? Because I grew up with homogeneous, but now I accidentally say homogeneous sometimes, and I feel uncomfortable saying it. Done. Okay, so now let's prep ingredients for the risotto. Yes, well, Lauren probably gets to lick the bowl. Actually, you know what? She doesn't love sweets, so I'm probably going to end up licking the bowl, which is a responsibility I'm happy to take. All right, so yeah, Lauren just said from the peanut gallery that if it were up to her, I would be making Cheez-Its. So you can tell where her taste buds lie. All right, so we're just gonna peel a butternut squash. Okay, so I really wanted to cook a like pumpkin fall flavored butternut squash kind of thing and make it a risotto because I love risotto. So that's what we're doing. Oh, also, if you're in a rush, not for tonight, but for future reference on my website, hold on. I posted a recipe for sous-vide risotto. I made this a couple of weeks ago, and it was actually fantastic. But I liked it so much that I actually prepped in another batch already bagged. So I can just take this. I think, can you see that? It says, what does it say? Oh yeah, turkey beet risotto. Yeah, 4 servings from whatever, 1022. So I can just drop this into a water bath, cook it for 30 minutes or so, and I have risotto. I mean, I do have to like stir it at the end with an egg yolk and some cheese, but that's it. And the recipe's on my site. Check it out if you're into that. pretty good. Let's get the top here. But yeah, I kind of figured butternut squash is like a good fall flavor. You could do this with pumpkin. You could do this with other squashes. What's the one that starts with a K? Oh. You know, it's a little squattier. Whatever you have available to you, I would use that. All right. Yeah, I'm sure there's got to be a pink shirt guy bingo, like drink every time I talk about sous vide. All right, we're actually gonna, let's cut this part. Sous vide is like a fax machine. Almost no one has one. What? Ravik. Yeah, but just like the fax machine, it's one of the greatest inventions ever made. Are you kidding me? Sous vide is like a fax machine. It's not. I don't know why more people don't have it. Because, like, in terms of cost, it's you don't need that much. I think Amazon's selling some immersion circulators for like $50. You know, and if you're gonna buy a pan or something, you don't. You know, it's not too bad. But imagine, you know, the benefits, the payoff is so great. You have perfectly cooked steak every time you want. You know, you've heard it here before. I'm not going to go too far. All right, so I probably should have cut it one more time down the length of it, but I didn't, so we're just going to go with this. I love the color. This, to me, this is like fall. Unlike the weather, which was like 73 degrees. It's 70 degrees out right now in Manhattan, which is too hot. I mean, actually, it's a great 70 though. It was beautiful today. I'll take it, but I'm kind of looking forward to fall, you know what I mean? Hello, Darkness, my old friend. We're all good to have you back. All right, so let's cut this one more time. We're gonna make this one a little bit narrower. There we go. I'm trying to go for about 1 centimeter cubed, roughly. It's okay if some are smaller. We're not in a restaurant, so it's, you know, we're not gonna be too picky. Ravik says most people don't know what sous vide is because it's not advertised well enough. That could be true. Yeah, that makes sense. It's not. I think I'm like toasting my board here because this is. It actually smells nice, but that's going to be a permanent little burn spot. Love it. All right, let's do that. Oh, that's a beautiful smell. The joys of live cooking. Get back here. Man down. Got him. Ravik, we're not. I know it doesn't sound appetizing, but Ravik says boiling something in a plastic bag doesn't sound appetizing. Agree, but we're not boiling, so it's not too much heat. And it's actually the bags can totally stand the heat, no problem there. I think that might be good enough. What did I call for? What's the recipe say here? Oh, I gotta use the second one. What did I write down? Boom, boom, boom. Did I not put it? Oh, 200 grams. Let's see how close we are. That's way over. That'll work. So this is all we need. Okay, perfect. Good. Let's get cooking. Oh, I gotta dice up some shallot. I always like a little bit of shallot in my risotto, just to kind of brighten it up. Like it provides a nice. I like. Did I say allium or shallot before? I meant shallot specifically. But it's just a nice little, oniony flavor. I don't know if that really brightens it up at all. I just said that because it sounded like a foodie thing to say, but it doesn't really brighten. We are going to use more broth than this too. So just in case anybody has made a lot of risotto before and they're like, that's not going to be enough broth. It will be, trust me, because I have to add more. Anthony, amateur hour. I need another cocktail. Almost perfect. That one came out great. All right, let's get going on this. By the way, that caprese cake in there, that chocolate cake, smells amazing. I'm very excited. I'm really excited to see what comes out of there. It might be terrible. I don't know. I feel like I've had a lot of decent flourless chocolate cakes and then a few like really good. But I never, you know what I mean? I'm never like, oh, I really want a flourless chocolate cake. It is technically flourless, yes, Lauren. But it's almond flour. It's not really flour. So if you're not measuring in grams, that's about a cup of shallots. Have I told you how excited I was about finding these little plastic things? Oh man, it was so great. It makes cooking and measuring just like so much easier in food storage. Like my entire fridge, I had a video on YouTube about this. My entire fridge is like filled with these little things, labels. Oh, Elizabeth asked, where did I buy my label maker? Lauren, what's that?
Amazon.
Yeah, Lauren bought it and it was on Amazon. I think I have a link to it in my YouTube. Like there's a video, I think a couple videos back on YouTube where I talk about my love of this YouTube maker. Not YouTube maker, this label maker. And yeah, it was so great. Anyway. Okay, lots of olive oil. I think in the recipe it says I've got about 100 grams, 7.5 tablespoons. It looks like a lot. But it goes for the entire recipe. Like we're going to use this all the way through. So it does seem like a lot. And it is. But that's fine. Linguophile, you like using shallots too, but end up mixing it up with onion and garlic anyway. Yeah, you can totally use garlic, onion, shallot. I mean, for a dish like this, you could probably use it interchangeably. And actually, a lot of dishes you can. Yeah, I think it's fine. Oh, I need more broth. Perfect. All right, I'm just gonna start sweating the shallots over. Like I'm heating the oil up just until it starts sizzling a little bit. Back the knife. No, you're a YouTube maker. Yeah. I'll leave that one in there. I've got a wooden one here. Lingual file, yeah. These I save these from restaurant delivery all the time. Like I've got an entire cabinet full of these little things just for that. And actually the same ones that I'm using that I'm talking about, yeah, I reuse them all the time from other restaurant places. I finally started using them so often that I needed to buy my own. And you can get them for like, I don't know, $5 or $10 or something on Amazon for like a million of them. Okay. We're just gonna sweat this kind of over medium, medium light, or medium, medium low until they're translucent. We just don't want them to burn. That's the big deal. Because when they get burned, they turn bitter. And they're no fun. But just a couple minutes. That's all it takes. We're actually gonna add the butternut squash pretty early in this whole thing. Just so they can cook down, because we need them to kind of chill. That's not a cooking term, just kind of chill. We need them to cook, soften up. Okay, these are getting pretty translucent. There's one piece in there that looks purple still just because it's giant. I hope you can't see that on the screen. No, you can't. Good. Just pretend that. It's totally clear, translucent. I am increasing the heat just a little bit, just to warm it back up after dumping all of the butternut squash in there. We're actually going to add a little bit of the stock too, just to help kind of simmer them down. So let's get my risotto label. Beautiful. All right. The idea is I just want to cook these a little bit, kind of take the bite out of them, and I know they're kind of big, so they have a lot of bite still left in them. You can cover them. That'll help speed it up a little bit. Ravik asks, do I have one of those silicone spatulas? Yes, I do, and I love it. I have one from Williams-Sonoma that is like, it's almost like razor sharp. Here, I'll show you. Hold on. Just gotta clean it. Yeah, this bad boy, I love this thing. It's like, number one, this edge on it is, it's super flexible, but also almost kind of sharp. Like, I love being able to pivot around the entire, circumference of the, or perimeter of the pan. And it like wipes it almost clean. It's pretty cool. Lingophile, when am I putting up the link for my next Zoom comedy show? As soon as I get it. The producer of the show hasn't created the Zoom link yet, so I can't put it up. I nudged him to get him. I nudged him to get it up, but he hasn't gotten it up yet. So, but yeah, if you check back, he'll probably get it up in the next few days. So if you check my website, I'll send out a newsletter as soon as I get the link. But yeah, I'll keep pushing to see if I can get the link. I'm sorry I don't have it up yet. I have trouble getting it up. He has trouble getting it up. It's very difficult, really. Okay, good. Those are simmering. That's awesome. I am going to add a little bit more to my stock. By the way, I'm using turkey stock, and I'm using mostly turkey stock because I cooked a bunch of turkey up over the last couple of weeks, and I cooked the carcass down to make turkey stock. So that's what I'm using. And if you've never done it, it is so amazing, such great flavor. You can do it with any giant pot. I use a pressure cooker to speed things up a little bit, but if you have even this would work. Any stock pot will work. That's why they call it a stock pot. But yeah, just put a whole bunch of carcass in a big pot, fill it with water, cook away. Sure, newsletter. Damn it. Well, yeah, that's fair. That's fair. Yeah, I is it January? Is it time to like set a resolution? This year I'm gonna get better at newslettering. There we go. That is a tight fit. What are you giggling for? What did I say? I just love some of the things, and then I say something, and I get like a little giggle. It's actually nice having a live studio audience. Lauren, darling dearest, would you like another cocktail?
Yeah, wait until whenever you want.
Okay, I can. This might take another minute to soften, so I can probably make them now. I'm just going to test this out. Would you like the same thing or different?
Oh, whatever you're fine.
Okay.
I could go for that, or a vesper, or martini, or if you might do
Hot. But it's nice. Excuse me. It's nice. It's getting soft. What? All right. Should we do another cocktail? What do you guys think? What's your vote? Vesper or another Hard at Races? Different drink? Same drink. I'll give you 30 seconds because I know there's a delay. Let me know what you guys want because those are my two options that I'm cooking tonight while I'm making this. In the meantime, I'll clean up. Jason votes for martini.
Yeah, that was my list too. If that's easier.
Oh, they're all easy for me. I mean, they're all basically the same ingredients. Not the same ingredients, but you know, just pouring stuff in a shaker. Weller votes for Vesper. I like where her head's at. I might be. We have one vote for Vesper, one vote for a drink that wasn't on the list. We have a write-in. 2 for Vesper. I think we're making Vespers. I'll take it. 2 is enough. Do we have a quorum? All right. I'll make Vespers. Lauren, darling dearest, could you please bring your cup back here so I don't leave these wonderful people with dead air? More so than they've already been subject to already.
But are we doing different classes?
Oh yeah, we are doing different glasses.
Wait.
We are doing different glasses, so then just can it. I mean, love you.
You ruined the double meals. Your demand.
The Vesper is one of my absolute favorite cocktails. Although I say that about a lot of different cocktails. Why are you giggling at that? What? No, it's true though. I do have a lot of favorite cocktails. This is just so. Lingual Files having some VS Bullet. What is VS Bullet bourbon? Is VS Bullet like a thing? I didn't know that. I mean, I've had regular Bullet, but the Vesper, the ratio that I use is a 3-2-1, 3 gin, 2 Lillet, 1 vodka, and it is, in my opinion, the best ratio. So I'm making 2 drinks. So 1, 2, 3, and we're going to use 3/4 ounce, I think, is our base measurement. So that means 1.5 ounces of Lillet. Right? I think. Hold on. If I used 1/2 ounce as my base, that's one of those, then one, that's 1.5, and then 1.5, that's 3-ounce cocktail. But no, we're gonna make it a little bit larger. That's fine. That's right. So I'm doing math on the fly. This is great. A little bit of gin, and that is so 3 times 3/4. That was that 2 1/4. Now I have to rinse this off because it touched the floor.
Don't worry, the alcohol will kill it.
Oh, and the cake is done. Let's pull this out. Let's taste it. I'm gonna do another couple of minutes. I think it needs it's a little bit, I don't want it to be too soft. All right. Oh, no. I have another bottle, don't worry. Don't fret. I'm mostly just talking to myself. Can you see all the way over there? Oh no, it's covered up by my B cam, but we started recycling. So that's new. I mean, I think. Did I tell you guys that we recycled? Yeah, I think. This was kind of a new thing. We didn't care, but it was, just kind of you never think about it. But then we started watching a whole bunch of like David Attenborough on Netflix, and it's like, oh, let's do our part. Let's help. So now we're helping. Okay, that's in there, and then 1 3/4 ounce. Doodly doop doop boop boop. Perfect. Anytime you make a coffee drink, or a drink with coffee beans in there, always double check, clean it out, because those little guys make the next cocktail very coffee-ish. All right, I'm gonna mute for a second. Good, you couldn't hear anything. All right. Glasses. Yeah, I know I didn't chill these just in case anybody's really concerned, but I'm trying to keep the show going. I did rinse that, so that's nice. All right. And let's get a little lemon garnish on here. Oh, there is. Oh, you know what, Lauren? I'm taking that one. There's a little chunk of coffee bean, like just the little speck. Not gonna work. I mean, we'll make it work.
I don't like coffee.
Perfect. All right, Lauren.
Can I help?
Nope, you're all good. Let's get this cake out of here. Okay, looks all right. We'll try it out. cooling rack. I just love how everything is stacking up behind me. I just pretend that it's not there. Okay, here's the little speck of let's see, where am I going with this directionally? There we go. Can you see that little tiny speck? That's in the B cam there, up against the side. That's it. So let's see how.
There's a speck of coffee in there.
Can it? That's pretty good. That was great. Isn't it great, Lauren?
It's delicious.
Oh, this is so perfect. Okay, now, you know what? That extra time bought us. Now it's totally cooked well. Let's get the rice in here. Let's get the show on the road. Because where did my rice go? Okay, there we go. Let's get it. Not very Superman-ish. You're not very Superman-ish. I did invent the espresso Dini Vesper. This is gonna be so good. I'm gonna be totally just jacked on caffeine, but also a little bit buzzed. It's gonna be fun. It's okay. It's not as bad as I think. I can maybe. Can you taste it, Lauren?
No,
Okay, she can't taste it.
but I like to get a palate.
She said she doesn't really have a sophisticated palate, which I know to be false. You can tell the difference between regular Cheez-Its and extra toasty Cheez-Its.
Well, that's just human nature.
That's just human nature. True. All right. All right. Let's crank this up. We need a little bit of salt in here. I like adding a decent amount of our total salt usage early on. It will be a little bit salty if you tasted this right now, but by the time we add almost all this liquid in there, we're going to be okay.
I feel like you should mention that your stock doesn't have salt.
Oh, yeah. Thank you for reminding me, Lauren. My stock doesn't have salt. It's because I made this all on my own. I mean, I made this at home, and it's just turkey carcass and water, nothing else. So there's no salt. If you buy it store-bought, it might have some in there, so just be cognizant of that. Maybe add a little bit less. You can always add a little bit more at the end. You know what I mean? So, okay, we're done with the stuff. Okay. Now, normally at this point, I would toast the risotto just a little bit, but because we've already got so much stuff in there and some liquid, I'm not going to. We're just going to right into it. Robic, I would totally give you a sip if you were right here, and then I would say keep the drink because because I don't want it. Yes, Robic, no salt stock. Only because I don't season my stock when I make it because I don't know how much I'm going to reduce it in the end, and I'd rather have the option to add more back in than know that it's already got some salt in there, and if I reduce it down to increase the flavor and like the gelatinousness of it, you know what I mean? I don't want to worry about that. Robic, yeah, it is chicken bathwater, but with a whole bunch of gelatin in there because when I pressure cook it for like 2.5 hours, almost 3 hours, all that stuff breaks down. All like the cartilage breaks down into gelatin. It's pretty cool. Also, I would normally, you know what? I probably could have. It's always a nice step to deglaze with a little bit of wine at this point, but I'm not going to do that, mostly because I've already added some turkey stock, so we're just going to go with it. It would make a nice little, it would add a little bit of depth of flavor, but we're okay. I like how I explain away things I forgot to do by saying, we're okay. I forgot to pick up the kids at school, but they're okay. That's why I don't have any. Can't handle the pressure. What am I missing here in the comments? The espresso teeny vesper is pretty good. A little hint of it. I might sacrifice a vesper with a couple of coffee beans next time just to see what it does, because it's not bad.
Well, they both have a lay, I'm sure.
Yeah, they do. Both drinks that we made tonight have Lillet. Yeah, and it's pretty. I mean, it's pretty good. I don't know if I can actually taste it. It could just be residual coffee in my mouth. Beans in my mouth. Okay. Robik, need to check when Thanksgiving is. Robik, are you going to cook Thanksgiving? Weller, what's no? This is the fun part about the delay. I have to like wait. What do you mean no? I guess I could type. That would be real time, but.
He probably doesn't like coffee in his vesper.
Oh, probably doesn't like coffee in his vesper. Well, for this, I'm just going to assume that's what you said no to. For the sake of experimentation, I'm willing to sacrifice just one. Just one.
Plus, he doesn't like coffee.
Oh, and you don't like coffee. Oh, that's a good point. Lauren, you're such a better friend. You like remember all these details in the moment. It would take me like a week and I'd be like, oh, that's right. Well, he doesn't love coffee. Are people cooking Thanksgiving? Just another no from Andrew. I think we're gonna do Thanksgiving here. Sometimes before Rona, we used to go out to restaurants or back home to like our parents' place in the Pacific Northwest. But this year we're staying here. I think I'm cooking. Is that right, Lauren? Yep, we're cooking. Andrew, we still have your gift certificate to the little pie company that I'm excited to use this year. I walked by it yesterday and they're in full force. It smells delicious. Yes, Lingophile, I'm with you. Well, okay. So Lingophile says when he has turkey, he doesn't bother with the whole one. You'll just get the legs and thighs. I'm with you on that. I don't roast the whole thing. I break it down into its 5 parts, including the carcass, but 2 large half breasts, 2 legs, and then the body. The body goes to make the stock, but then here's another plug for sous vide. You can cook it all sous vide. That's what I did. I've already cooked one turkey this year, a couple of weeks ago. And yeah, Robik, if your favorite part of the turkey is the breast, cooking it sous vide may be a good shot. You might enjoy it because you can cook it and make it so much more moist than like a typical roast turkey breast is, and it is absolutely perfect. It's so good, comes out perfectly every single time. You can flavor it if you want. But yeah, and then I do leg confit. Like I have the leg. I'll show you. This is that too shiny? Can you see that? So this is the leg that I've prepped. I have one left. You can kind of see that. Okay, but I Frenched it too. Right? Isn't that pretty? But I'll add seasonings to this later, throw it in the water bath for 24 hours, and then let it go. And it almost tastes like corned beef, but it's corned turkey, and it's so good. Do you guys want to? Would you want to see any of the turkey preparations on like a show like this, or not? Let me know. Let me know in the comments below. Oh God, don't want to. Robik, if you don't have to get the whole machine, you could if you could get like a pot of boiling water, and if you, basically the whole idea is if you're able to manage the temperature of the water, it's not boiling, but if you're able to measure the temperature and keep it at that temperature for for however long you're cooking, that's all you need to do. So like if you want to do it for a turkey breast, that's probably like 2.5 hours, maybe 3 hours. If you can manage to keep water at one specific temperature, like what's 50 degrees Celsius in Fahrenheit? That's probably a little low. So if you can keep water at like 65 Celsius or something, then you can cook it. That's all. And use a whatever Ziploc, or whatever brand plastic bag you have. Just make sure it's strong enough for the freezer. Like they're usually a little bit thicker here in the States, and that works perfectly. What do we think? How's this cake looking? Looks okay. Looks all right. I think it'll taste good. I'm kind of excited. I know it don't sound like it. It looks okay. Looks all right. May not be what Superman would have made. Yeah, Ravik, your attention fan will be tested for sure. Before I bought like an immersion circulator thing on Amazon, they had. I used to brew a lot of beer, and I like used some of my components from a electronic or an electric brew kit that I was using for this, and I ended up, I think I remember I was sitting in my apartment. This was in Tacoma, Washington, and we lived in an apartment building on the parking lot of the Tacoma Mall. And I remember cooking sous vide, and then the thing just like, from across the room, I remember seeing the electric sparks flying off of it because I hadn't done a very good job with the cord. Because it was all home built. I had made it myself. So. It was good. Yeah. Elizabeth, you're so good at being nice to yourself, man. Looks good. I think it'll be good. Yeah, hopefully. We'll find out. This is the positive self-talk that my therapist says I need to do more of. It looks good. Maybe it'll be good. The whole trick with risotto, in case you're just tuning in and have never cooked risotto before, or you've never cooked, is just I use high heat, keep stirring, and keep the liquid in. As basically you add liquid, cook it all off, add more liquid until it's done. Yeah, I'm good at lying to myself. You guys know. And then my trick is to add, well, not my trick. A great trick. You at the end, adding just a little bit more broth, and then all the cheese and butter all at once, and turning off the heat, and then whipping it up into a frenzy so that you get that good emulsion in there. That's the key to getting like the wave. We've talked about this before. The alondo, whatever. When you like bump the bowl and it kind of bumps a little bit. So good. Two cocktails. 2 courses. This is a 2-for-1 show here. I've outdone myself. Yeah, Ravik, just throw the toaster right in the water. I think that'll help. Just check. You can check the temp with your finger, and then if it's too cold, put the toaster in the water to heat it up. Good call. Let's see how close we are. Well, I don't think we're too close. A little bit longer to go. Not that far off. It definitely needs a ton of salt though. Oh, and you know what? I didn't put this on the recipe list, but let's put some sage in there. Why not, right? Salt first. Beep. A little pepper. I think that'd be nice. I kind of think pepper and butternut squash might go well together. I don't normally love adding a bunch of pepper to things, but I think just a little bit here. Elizabeth asks, are there sheep or goat cheeses that would work for risotto? I can't do cow. Yeah, actually, you could probably do like a pecorino romano. I think that's a sheep, right? Yeah, my preference is to lean towards sheep instead of goat, and I think you could do well with a pecorino romano. I think that'd be a good sheep option there. Goat, I think, has too much moisture. Well, you know what? Add it. Why not? Give it a shot. Because it would add flavor. I stick to parm and pecorino because I know that they're dry and I know the texture of what's going in or what it is before I add the cheese, and I can kind of anticipate that. Adding a little bit of butter at the end. But yeah, I would go with pecorino romano. I would totally do that. Andrew, sage 30 minutes ago. Yeah, I stole the idea from you. I didn't want to say anything. I wanted to make myself look good. But yeah, I think sage would go well here. I could, if I had more time, but we have all the time in the world. I don't know. If I wanted to, I'm a little bit lazy and hungry. I would fry some of them in butter, like so that it browns, and then I would add that to the top at the end. I think that would be super tasty. I'm just gonna throw some small leaves in here. Yeah. I feel like I've had so many recipes on my site recently. This is if I can promote my website and recipes on there. There's a whole bunch on there right now that are all like, I feel like they're almost all sage and cheese pastas. A couple of risottos, but they're pretty good if you want to check them out. So I almost didn't want to do sage because I feel like, you know, I had so much sage. Cheese. Let's see. Oh no, Andrew, it's a great idea. We should have done sage. What do we got going on here? All right. I am going to do more sage because I think we need more. I'm down to like the dregs of my sage collection, although this has lasted for weeks. For a while, I was just picking off like the biggest ones, and then I love frying these in butter until they get crispy. Then you pull them out, and then you use a brown butter in whatever dish that you're cooking. And I love putting a couple of the fried sage leaves on top, and it is so like biting into a crispy fried sage leaf is incredible. Nothing like it. I'm sure there's something like it. Maybe like biting into a crispy fried basil leaf would be similar, different, but similar. All right. Let's do this. Let's see what's going on there. Boop. We are going to do a little dusting. Andrew, I think you asked earlier about icing on the cake. I'm just going to dust it with a little bit of confectioner's sugar, which I didn't budget time for it because I love eating this right when it's done. But we'll find a way to make it work because I think this is going to be good. Man, look at the green and the orange together. Oh, it's so good. You know what? What are Superman's faults? Does he have any? I want him to have I know kryptonite. You said at the same time, Laura. Yeah. Yeah, that's a big one, and I get it. But like personality-wise, does he have anything like? Can a guy be that super? That's really super. I think my hatred of him comes from my jealousy of him. This is therapeutic. Thanks, guys. This is saving me money. Yeah, the color looks fantastic. Let's get some of that Vesper going. Still need to grate the cheese. That's my one fault, is whenever I'm making risotto, I forget to grate the cheese until the end. And then normally I'm like, Lauren, can you grate the cheese?
Yeah, I do.
And she does, every single time. Oh, Angel was, to clarify, was not asking about the icing, he was requesting. Yeah. I love it. Where's my icing? It's coming. We got your icing. It's not going to be icing, though. It's not in the traditional sense. It's just going to be a little bit of confectioner sugar, so it's not too sweet. Part of the inspiration for making this specific, like making a cake like this, an Italian-inspired cake, was for my dad's birthday. We did like a Zoom cooking class with this Italian woman from Umbria, and we cooked the chocolate cake, and I loved it because it wasn't sweet, like almost at all. This is gonna be sweeter than hers, but it was so good. I ate the whole entire thing. Lauren, I think, had 2 bites, and I like plowed through the entire thing. I don't know, nobody asked, but I just felt compelled to share. Like, that's why I wanted to cook a chocolate cake. See if I can do it again. All right. That smells incredible. Let's see how we're doing on the doneness. Oh, pretty much there. Okay, I'm gonna lower the heat just a little bit. I think the salt is on point. I think we're gonna be just about ready for some cheese and butter. Yeah. I didn't put butter in here, right? That was for the last thing. Yeah, okay, we're good. I might need just a little bit more broth at the end. My self-awareness is admirable. Sabrina thinks so too. Yeah. But you know, yeah, we see the same therapist. Superman. I know he's got issues. Bring him down. Superman! Okay. That's looking pretty good. It tastes pretty good. Ouch. That is hot. Done with the sage. We are running out of room. Okay, so we're not going to do that. Done there. Gotta grate some cheese. You know what? Maybe I'll just grate it right in there. Let's see if I can not make a mess. This is gonna be, we're gonna find out, but I've really made it. All right, so super icing. Let's get what I need a lot of 7 tablespoons of butter. 100 grams. Okay, so let's get a little bit in there. That's good. As you can tell, I measure everything, every single time. I have turned the heat off, and I'm now adding the butter, the cheese, and maybe a little bit more of the broth once we get going here. I will check it out. This is where you can kind of fine-tune the texture, you know, because you don't want it to be too stiff. Nothing can come up too stiff. All right, that's probably pretty good. I know it looks like a lot. It's not really, but this is gonna go a long way. Like, this is probably 6 servings at least. It's not that bad. There we go. I'm gonna add just a pinch of this, loosen it up a little bit. Okay, that was very Superman-ish, right? That was pretty good. Reflexes like a cat. Come on. I can't leap from tall buildings, but I can save a ladle from falling out of a pan. Okay. Get some of that cheese in there. Yeah. Completely CR. Only half a block of butter. I know. We're going light today. Oh, that was a big piece of cheese. Why did you fall off? So yeah, if you can't do Cal, Elizabeth, I would, again, Pecorino Romano. Stick with that. Butter. Oh, another one broke off. Well, I guess that's the story with Parm, right? You're gonna get chunks that break off because it's a hard cheese. This is the most tedious part of the show. Just grating cheese. This is the part I think, oh no, I dropped the whole thing in there. I think that I've done beforehand once. And I probably should have done it again. But you know what? That's fine. You can see it real time. This is how the world works. Oh God, my arm is so tired. Keep dropping it. Almost there, Anthony. Keep going. You're at the finish line. Keep grating. Good. Perfect. Did he just throw a chunk of parm in there? Shut up. Okay. Let's give this bad boy a stir. Oh, yes. Are you seeing this right now? Are you kidding me? Okay, that looks perfect. I'm gonna grab a plate, like a pretty bowl to put this in, and then we're gonna, I'm gonna dust. Let's dust the cake real quick, just so you can see how this works. I wish I'd known this trick years ago, but I think I only just learned it. Actually, years ago. I learned it years ago. We're just gonna go with that. Pay no attention to the knife sitting over here. Okay, so here we go. Where's my confection sugar? Right here. And we need this, and where's my sale? My little guy. Oh, here it is. Now, this will also have some coffee remnants in it too, but that's fine. Okay, now, here. Little icing on top. It's not really icing, but you know what I mean. Just kind of slap it. There. Perfect. We'll go a little bit more. Done. It doesn't look kind of good. Right? It looks great. And then it leaves like a nice little, like, solar eclipse pattern on the. Okay, that's good. Let's get you out there. All right, now I need a bowl so I can serve this up and we can eat it because I think it's gonna be fantastic. I'm gonna do one last taste test. Hot. Oh, bear with me. Hold on. Don't go anywhere. Still here. Okay. Give our bowls a nice little rinse. I'll dry them off. Oh, Ravik, this is pretty darn good. It's very fallish. And once it's in the actual, like, pretty bowls, oh man, this is my favorite part. I got these bowls when they were on sale from Wayfair.com. And they're like my favorite. All I ever wanted, you know, after going to a whole bunch of super fancy restaurants, was these wide-rimmed bowls, and I just love them. They almost like make any meal feel fancy. So that's what we're doing. Okay. Oh. See, this is why I had 2 bowls out. Rookie move, Anthony. That's okay. We'll be able to clean it up. Scoop that in there. That's what we have paper towels for. We just take the paper towel and run it along the side, and boom. Well, it's almost boom. And boom. There we go. Yeah, not bad. See, doesn't that totally look professional? Don't mind the streaks. But doesn't this look like something you get in a restaurant? I mean, I think the plate basically make it. Elizabeth, Wayfair.com. The manufacturer is 10 Strawberry Street, I think. Let me double check. Yeah. Anyway, 10 Strawberry Street, Wayfair.com. I had to look for a while before they sold individual bowls, because for a while you had to get like 6 or 8 of them, and I didn't need that many. But I think I got these for like $20 a piece, which I like. $20 to make any meal feel like super fancy to me. I'm in. Yeah, Wayfair. There we go. Completely CR's got it too. Wayfair.com. Let's taste it. Well, I'll keep this one clean for pictures, but oh, and I did taste it already. I already know how it tastes. It's gonna be good. Well, that's pretty darn tasty. Let's taste the chocolate cake first, at least while you're here. It has nothing to do with the fact that I may or may not have a little bit of a sweet tooth and don't mind tasting sweets as well. Oh my God, I'm so excited. Big moment that nobody's been waiting for. Superman's been waiting for. Okay, so that's... It's pretty good. It's not too sweet. Actually, pretty good. Surprisingly moist. We did it. I baked. Oh man. Okay, we're good. Lauren, would you like some risotto? Okay. Yes, Rob, $20 for a cowboy hat plate. But I would argue that, like, you know, when you bust this out on like a date night or something, like this just takes average. Because like this could look average in a regular bowl, but putting it in this, I think, just makes it kind of cool. You know, imagine sitting with this, and that's what you got. That's what you're eating. You could even, I would dust this with a little bit more cheese, but I actually just ran out of cheese. That was all the parm I had on hand. Went in there. But yeah. So anyway, I hope you enjoy. The recipes, again, are on my website. If you got my newsletter, you know that. But yeah, thank you guys so much for joining. This is it. This is it. We're done. 2 cocktails, 2 dishes. We've got a new president. You know, so celebrate if you want, or lick your wounds, whatever you got to do. Have an awesome weekend. Thank you so much for joining. I'm going to go eat and cool off. I don't know if I'm getting shiny, but I need to. All right, stay healthy, don't die. Thank you so much for joining me. I really appreciate it. I hope you guys had fun, because I did. All right, later. How do I end this? I forgot. There we go.